In today's video, we're going to be talking about some of the best suppliers that you can start using for your dropshipping business, along with some different ways for you to be able to find some new ones. Your supplier is the person deciding between your customer and their product. So if you have a supplier that has slow shipping or bad quality products, then more than likely you're going to end up having a customer that's unhappy. And unhappy customers lead to bad reviews, less sales, and ultimately, worst of all, less profit. So if you want to learn how to find some of the best suppliers and what to look for, then make sure you stick around all the way to the end of the video, because on top of those tips and tricks that I'm going to give you, I'm also going to give you a list of some of the best suppliers to work with. So without waiting any longer, let's go ahead and roll that intro and let's get started. What's going on, everyone? Mario here with AutoDS, and if you like informative videos on the dropshipping business along with some of the best tips and tricks to help you get started and scale your business, then make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as ring that little bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. On this channel, we cover tips and tricks in dropshipping, some of the best products to sell, and some of the best niches for you to get into. So if you don't want to miss out, just make sure you hit that subscribe button and become one of our almost 80,000 subscribers. Now, as always, to go along with this video, I do have an easy to reference cheat sheet, and if you want access to that, all you have to do is go ahead and comment down below, hashtag dropshipping suppliers, along with your favorite supplier from this list. I'll go ahead and reply back with a link to the cheat sheet. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And the first thing that we're going to talk about are the different things that you have to look for when searching for a supplier. So these are the things that you want to make sure a supplier has before you decide to make them your supplier. So the first thing that you want to look for when searching for a supplier is the fact that they have practical return, shipping, and payment policies. Now, what exactly does this mean? For one, you want to make sure that your supplier actually accepts returns and that they don't make it too complicated. A complicated return process means headaches for both you and your customers, and ultimately you want to avoid that because that's going to end up being an inconvenience mainly for your customer. You also want to make sure that your supplier ships in a few different ways. You don't want to stick to a supplier that only has one way of shipping, because a lot of the times that could potentially be the slower way of doing it, and you want to have some more fast-tracked ways. Also, make sure that they provide tracking numbers. And very importantly, check out their payment policies. Make sure that they accept all of the major credit cards, and even better if they accept PayPal or even bank transfers, whatever works best for you or however you charge on your website. Another really important thing to look out for is make sure that your supplier has international warehouses. And if they're not necessarily international warehouses or they don't have too many, just make sure that they have warehouses in the region that you're going to be shipping to. Having warehouses in different regions will equal out to faster shipping times, and faster shipping times equal out to happier customers. Now, to go along with that, you also want to make sure that they have fast shipping times. You want to make sure that when your customer places the order, that supplier is shipping out the item either that same day or within the next couple of days. You don't want to wait a week for your supplier to ship an item, because that's just going to delay shipping and make for a more unhappier customer. Make sure that your supplier also has a wide product range. Make sure they have tons of different items and not just a handful. Always make sure that the supplier that you're going with has lots of good reviews. Make sure they have at least a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and go for a supplier that has a minimum of maybe 30 to 50 reviews. And last but certainly not least, make sure that they have good customer service. So send them an email, see how they communicate, see how easy it is to communicate with them, because a lot of the times when these suppliers are overseas, communication can be an issue. And when there's a delay in communication, or if there's a delay in emails, then not only is that going to be a delay between you and your supplier, that's also going to be a delay that adds into extra wait time whenever your customers have any questions or concerns. Because remember, when a customer sends a message and asks for help or has a question, then it's going to be your job to go ahead and forward that information to your supplier so you can get the right answers. Now, let me show you a little bonus on how to find suppliers. This is actually something that I just learned, which is really easy to do. First, we have to find a product. So in this case, I went to TikTok and I'm searching up TikTok made me buy it. So I'm looking through all of these different videos. I start trying to find one that fits my store, and I find this one right here. So after I find my product, the next thing I'm going to do is go to their website. So I went to the link on their profile and it brought me to this website. Very nice, very clean website. It's in a different language, but that doesn't matter because that's not the point. That's not what we're going to be looking for. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look for a clear image of the product itself. So as you can see here, the profile picture that they use, the main image is perfect. So now all we have to do is go ahead and hover over it and right click. Once we right click, we're going to look for search image with Google. Then it's either going to pick up the image automatically or it's going to ask you to select it. In this case, it's asking me to select it. So all we're going to do is just go ahead and highlight, and then it's going to search for it across the web. Now, if you see here on the right hand side, this little tab opened up that says Google Lens. If you start scrolling down, you're going to find all of the different sellers that have this same product. So you're going to find some from eBay, you're going to find some from Walmart, and these are the ones that you're you're looking for, Alibaba. So this one is a supplier. This one's coming from Alibaba, and as you can tell, the price is cheaper than the rest. This Amazon listing is for $78, while this one is for $36. Then if you keep scrolling down, you're gonna find a few more products. So here you can find it from AliExpress, and you have a few more AliExpress options. Google Lens is an absolutely amazing resource that you can use to either backtrack images, find suppliers, or find related products to the image that you're Googling. Remember that when you're using Google Lens, instead of Googling any bit of text or a phrase, you're pretty much just Googling images at that point. You're searching the web based on an image, so Google is going to find anything related to that image. Now that you know what to look for in a supplier, let's go ahead and look at some of our top choices for some of the best suppliers that you can start using for your dropshipping business. So to kick things off on this list, we're going to start with number 1, which is going to be CJ Dropshipping. CJ Dropshipping has an immense amount of products. On top of that, they also offer private labeling services, so you can add your own little personal touch or your own little personal brand to the items that you're dropshipping. Another cool thing that CJ Dropshipping offers is print on demand. Now, when it comes to print on demand, what it is the ability to be able to print your designs on a bunch of different products such as t-shirts, mugs, mouse pads, and more. CJ Dropshipping also has international warehouses, so you can get quick shipping to pretty much anywhere in the world. And another awesome feature that they have is product sourcing. So if there's a particular item that you found on a different supplier and you want to add them to CJ Dropshipping, so that way you can purchase it from CJ Dropshipping, you can go ahead and request for that item to be added. Next up on our second spot, we have AutoDS. Now, as a member of AutoDS, you get access to tons of helpful features that can help you out in your dropshipping journey. For one, you have access to private suppliers. So as you can see, we're actually over at the marketplace over at platform.autods.com. And from here, you have tons of different suppliers that you can choose from. Now let's go ahead and narrow it down and select AutoDS suppliers. Once we select AutoDS suppliers, we're going to go ahead and scroll down a little bit, and you're going to see all of the private suppliers that AutoDS works with, along with the AutoDS warehouse. So AutoDS has officially entered the supplier game, and we are now suppliers ourselves. So when it comes to the private suppliers and the AutoDS warehouse, there's a few differences. For one, a private supplier is a supplier that has chosen to work with AutoDS. And you can always rest assured that you're going to get some top quality items with some quick shipping, because all of our suppliers are vetted for the best possible quality. So let's take a look at the screen really fast. And as you can see, this particular item is sold by an AutoDS supplier. So if it says AutoDS suppliers, that means it's a private supplier. In this case, the name of this particular supplier is going to be Bosco Wholesale. Now, if we look on over to the other side, we have branding logo and AutoDS warehouse. Now, this particular item ships from the AutoDS warehouse, having AutoDS as the actual supplier for the item. Now, when it comes to shipping, as you can see, this item ships between 6 to 9 business days, and this one ships between 9 to 12 business days. Now, this is one of the best parts. That's for the customer to receive their item. This isn't how long it takes for the company to actually ship the product. These numbers are the time between when your customer places an order for the item itself to the time that they're receiving it in their hands. So as you can see, we have some pretty quick shipping both on our private suppliers as well as our warehouse. And for those of you wondering, this right here that says branding logo, that means you can actually brand these products with your brand logo. So if you have your own logo that you want to add to your packaging or to your products, this is the place to do it. Now, to be clear, the branding that we currently offer is printing your logo on a custom thank you card. So if you look over here on the image, you're going to see that where it says your logo here, that's where your logo is going to be printed on. On the other side, you're going to have the thank you message. Now, this little pink bag over here with your logo on it, that's something that's to come in a later date. So just make sure you stay tuned for that. The next supplier on this list is going to be Costco. Costco has some amazing deals, product exclusivity, and some awesome customer service. Costco also has a great return policy with a 90-day return window. On top of that, they have tons of different items that ship really quick. Typically, products are delivered within a 3 to 5 day delivery window. That's pretty fast. Next up, specializing in primarily home goods, we have Costway. Costway has tons of different items with international warehouses, all with free shipping. On top of that, they also have a 90-day return policy. So if your customer has any issues within those 90 days, the item can go ahead and be returned for either an exchange or a full refund. On our number 5th spot, we have Alibaba. Alibaba has tons of different items. They have pretty much an endless selection, and they also offer private labeling services. On top of that, the sellers on this website have some of the best reviews. So you can rest assured that when you're buying from any of these sellers, you're going to have some pretty good quality items with some fairly quick shipping. But it's always important to make sure that you check out the website, check out the sellers that you're purchasing from, and just look over the reviews just in case. Up next, coming in at number 6, we have DHgate. DHgate has a vast product library, some pretty quick shipping times, and they also have multiple payment gateways. So when you're sourcing your products from DHgate, you have the option to pay in quite a few different ways. So you can pay with all of the major credit cards, you can pay using PayPal, and it also gives you the ability to pay with Sofort, Skrill, and Apple Pay. Now, all of the different suppliers that I just spoke about are primarily wholesale suppliers, meaning that typically they're going to be selling to companies or dropshippers that are then going to be forwarding those products to their consumers. These next suppliers that I'm going to be talking about are primarily retail suppliers, meaning for the most part, they usually just ship directly to the consumers. But that doesn't mean that us as dropshippers can't take advantage of their awesome deals and sometimes even awesome rewards programs. Now, before we continue with this countdown, remember that there is a cheat sheet available to all of you with all of the information that I'm covering in this video, along with all of the different links. And for that, all you have to do is go ahead and comment down below, hashtag dropshipping suppliers, along with your favorite supplier from this list. Now, to kick off our retail dropshipping suppliers, one of the best ones that we can go ahead and start using is none other than Walmart. Walmart has tons of different items in a wide variety of niches. On top of that, Walmart has some of the best customer service out, and they have pretty quick shipping with next day shipping. On top of everything, they also have a price match policy. So if you make a purchase for a particular item today that you're selling to one of your customers, if that same item goes on sale tomorrow and is, I don't know, 25% off, you can go ahead and contact Walmart and they'll refund you the difference. Next up, specializing in custom and handmade goods, we have Etsy. Now, Etsy has tons of unique items, and on top of everything, they have some pretty good customer service because all of the sellers on Etsy are small business owners themselves. Up next on our third spot for retail suppliers, we have one with a massive product catalog that almost everybody starts off with, and that's AliExpress. AliExpress, on top of having a huge catalog, also has some fairly cheap products, so they're all pretty affordable. AliExpress also has worldwide shipping with this pretty cool feature called the Dropship Center. Now, in the Dropship Center, you can find tons of trending items that have been proven to sell and are currently trending. Up next in the number 4 spot with a pretty big product catalog and multiple niches, we have Banggood. Banggood offers international warehouses along with some pretty quick shipping times. On top of that, they also have some pretty good perks. So if you sign up to become a member of Banggood and you become a VIP member, you get access to some pretty good perks such as cashback and savings up to 20%. Up next, we have Overstock. Overstock has some really good customer service. They have some fast and free shipping along with a pretty flexible return policy. On top of that, Overstock also has the Club O rewards program. Now, the Club O qualifies you for 5% cashback on your purchases, which is some pretty good cashback, along with free 1 to 2 day shipping. Up next, we have Shine. Now, Shine has tons of clothing items, like an insane amount. On top of that, they have international warehouses, so they have some really fast shipping. Now, when it comes to the returns, they have an awesome 60-day return policy. So if there's anything wrong with a customer's item, they can return it for either an exchange or a full refund. Shine is also always offering either some kind of promotion or some kind of deal. So as soon as you sign on, like I just did right now, you can see that they have up to 70% off. So you're always going to be saving money. And remember that $1 saved is $1 earned. Up next in our number 7 spot, we have one of my personal favorite stores that I just like to spend time in because you can find literally anything there, and that's Target. Target has some really fast shipping with international warehouses and some really high quality items. Pretty much anything that you can purchase at Target, you can rest assured is going to be of good quality and your customers are going to love it. Target also offers 2-day shipping on orders over $35, and you get added perks with the Red Card. Now, if you sign up for the Target Red Card, then you can get that same free 2-day shipping without a minimum order. So all of your orders will qualify for free 2-day shipping. On top of that, you also get up to 5% discount on most of your purchases. Next up, specializing in primarily home goods, we have Wayfair. So Wayfair has free 2-day shipping on most orders over $49, and they have some added perks with the My Way program. Now, if you sign up for the My Way program, you can get free shipping as well as 1-day shipping, and you also get the added benefit of member exclusive perks and discounts. Up next in our number 9 spot, we have eBay. Now, eBay has tons of different sellers within the eBay website. You can get international shipping as well as some fairly quick shipping speeds, and you can find just about any item that you can think of on eBay. And one of the best parts about eBay is the fact that they have their buyer-seller protection program. So if there's ever an issue with a seller or with you as a buyer, eBay steps in and they'll handle the situation and make it right. This next retail dropshipping supplier specializes in home improvement as well as home decor, and I'm talking about none other than Home Depot. Home Depot offers a massive product selection, and they even have the ability for you to apply for tax exempt status. So if you have the proper paperwork, you're not going to have to pay taxes when purchasing from Home Depot. Home Depot also offers free 2-day shipping along with a price match guarantee. And that pretty much wraps it up for this one, guys. Thank you so much for being here and watching all the way to the end. Remember that if you want access to the cheat sheet, all you have to do is go ahead and comment down below, hashtag dropshipping suppliers, along with your favorite supplier from this list. Once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for sticking around all the way to the end. If you enjoyed this video, if you liked it, please make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as ring that little bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. And while you're there, just go ahead and leave a like. Once again, my name is Mario with AutoDS, and I'll catch you all in the next video.